everybody, it's Jules here with Beanie.
Hello.
And welcome back to another episode of the Monday Night Wass and the one and only Brobna. And today we have a super special battle report for you because once again I am trying to tip the scales of fate, to give a big finger to God themselves, because I am on a losing streak and a half, my friend, with my orcs. But that is not going to stop me. I refuse to give in no matter what signs are telling me to please just give it up. So once more, I'm bringing the orcs in a cult of speed fashion today, and they are going up against the Imperial Guard.
Yeah.
So here we are on another ruined sector of Brobna, my friends, and as you can see, we are playing with some lovely ruins terrains and the goo factory as well, with a few other extra bits painted up lovingly by Rapid and also the craziest of Doug's. And speaking of Doug, we are playing one of his missions again for the event that is now sold out. So if you are coming along in February, let us know in the comments below. It'll be great to see you. And today we are playing Total Extermination, and it is just that, really. I've put out all of these objective markers here, but you know what? They don't count for snossages, my friend, because you will only get victory points in this game for killing your opponent's army. You get 4 VP if you destroyed 1 or more units of your enemy's army in a battle round, and you get an additional 4 VP if you destroyed more than you lost that battle round, which is bad for me because I've, as always, with orcs, gone for quantity over quality. But we'll see how things shake out as we go meet the teams. So, Beanie Boy, tell us what you're bringing to the table today.
God.
Whoa, well, we can move on to my army then in that case. But why don't you just explain to those at home what you brought in a little more detail?
Fine.
I guess.
But yeah, so I am in the combined arms, and if you've noticed, I always run that one. That's because these are the only models I really have for the army at the moment. I will paint more at some point.
Nice.
But yes, combined arms, which is lovely because tanks against vehicles get lethal hits, and infantry and mounted get lethal hits against
their own version,
yeah, which is great. So starting here, my first set of characters is Gaunt's Ghosts, because I forgot what mission we were playing and decided to bring a really good utility unit, but they will do something.
Hey, I've done the exact same thing here, so we are in the same boat, my friend.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you brought Grots.
I brought Grots and I brought Commandos, which are going to be great going up in a very small unit against these guys.
Yeah.
But not much else. Okay.
Yeah, so I've got Gaunt's Ghost there, and next to that I have the Rogaldorn Tank Commander, who is my Warlord today.
Yes.
But he has no Warlord traits because I needed all those delicious points for delicious models. Then going over to the left, we have a Lehman Russ Battle Tank because they're just really good.
Yeah, they are very good.
Because they get reroll 1s built in, basically, which is with the Armoured Spearhead. And if you're on an objective marker, which there are objective markers
yes,
here,
we will keep them obviously full rules and such.
So I'll be re-rolling the hit roll against anyone
amazing.
on that.
So basically, I've just got to stay away from objectives the entire time.
When it comes to him.
They're like giant landmines for me now.
Yes, I agree. Behind that, we have a Scout Sentinel who has a chainsword, a plasma gun, a cannon.
Do you know what else he's got?
Heart?
No, he's got a world speed record, because remember, this is the model you keep using in our races.
Yes,
he does incredibly well.
He is Stuart the Sentinel.
Yep.
He is very, very partial to a wacky races-esque dance. And he also has a hunter-killer missile just that you can't see.
Nice, perfect.
It's in his bum.
Yep.
Just so you know. Next to that, we have a Chimera with 2 heavy flamers, the Lasgun array, and will be filled with boys in a bit, the way he likes it.
Nice.
Yes, and I don't know if you can see this, but if you zoom above it, it looks like he's got a weird smiley face there with the track and the 2 things, which I only just noticed and I really like. It looks like a robot smiley.
Amazing.
But I digress. Right, next to that, we have the Atalan Rough Riders, who will be charging in with melter-tipped lances.
They are crazy.
To frag something or other, which will be really, really fun. And then into the infantry block, we have at the front Cadians. In the middle, we have Krieg.
Nice.
And behind that, we have Karskin, who are also Cadians, but fancier Cadians.
Yeah, they've got slightly better rules and weapons. They re-roll a lot of stuff as well, don't they? Because of their doodads and whatnots.
And they can give themselves orders. They can scout. They have 4 special weapons, let alone the sniper, so 5 really.
Damn, okay.
So yeah, they can chuck out a lot of Dakar. They are
Surprisingly good, yeah.
They're really good. I've never once had a successful game with them. They just suck and die for me, but...
Oh, no, wait. I do remember you had one where one of them stayed alive and I was playing Knights, I believe.
And I played Chicken and ran away from you the entire time. And it was beautiful. But yes, that is my list. It is 1,000 points today.
Nice.
On the nose, so I hope you've done the same.
I have indeed. So let's go meet what I'm bringing to the table. So here we are with my Cult of Speed, and I have gone for redundancy today because I am bringing not just one big block of Deathcopters over here with a ghost. Just ignore the spooky ghost. But it's Halloween, that's why they're totally unpainted. It was a planned thing. But another block of 6 over here, which are going to benefit from the Cult of Speed's rule of advance. They can advance and charge. And they can also advance, shoot, and charge if they fall back as well, which is all very nice indeed. They are a very mobile and very, very kind of shooty force, which is cool because they've all got copter rockets. So that's D3 shots with blast, strength 9 -2, 3 damage a pop. So if any of those get through, and they've got the twin linked rule as well, it means that they could do some damage if they manage to pierce the armored hide. In front of these, I've got a war boss in mega armor today, with 3 mega knobs because of the fact that I always run them with boys, and while boys are absolutely great, I would like my actual infantry to stay alive one round.
Why?
With a 2-up save and a 6 toughness, they might do just that for at least one round, which is great. Plus his Ooge chopper as well is very useful at carving through tanks on that one round, but he goes ham because it goes up to damage 3, which is very nice indeed. I've got the commandos over here as well, which are usually quite useful, never leave home without them.
They're always good.
But it's just a case now that they are less useful at going forward and capturing me objectives. However, they do have the bomb squig and the distraction grot as well to help out. Then I've got a Deathkiller Wartrike over here, who's accompanied by 6 Warbikers. Now he's got an enhancement called the Waz Blaster, which is hilarious because when he shoots a enemy unit, when he's done his shots, he can move 6 inches in any direction. And with their auto-advancing for 6 means that they've got a regular move of 18, and then on top of that, they can do advance and charge if I call it in the WAR, so potentially it's a turn 1 charge if I go crazy for that. And that means that I can just scoot them around the board. However, the Waz Blaster's rule is that if I do choose to use that movement, I cannot charge with them. So it's all about positioning more than anything else. Then I've got 5 Storm Boys over here, 10 Grots over here, and a truck to stuff all of that goodness inside. It is a very mobile, very hard-hitting, but glass cannon style force. Will it be able to withstand the Imperial Guard shooting? Well, only time will tell. So let's go, get them on the battlefield. Because I am a very superstitious man, I've brought brand new dice for this because I only contribute my losing streak to the dice that I was using here.
It's fact.
It's fact, and definitely not superstitious at all. So let's go get them set up on the table. So, my friends, here we are after deployment, and welcome to Caesar's parking lot. I got the Deathcopters and I've got the Warbikes over here avoiding this objective because obviously there's re-rolls abound on Beanie's armies and it serves me no purpose to hold on to them. Over here, I've got the War Boss outside of his truck because inside are the cheeky little grots that have stolen it from right under his nose. He's going to likely kick them out, but I just want them to die turn 1 and give Beanie some big points straight out the gate. Over here, we have Beanie's big boy, here's Rogel Dawn, supported by the Krieg Guard over here, and also we've got the Gaunt's Ghosts, who obviously cannot be shot unless I'm within 12 inches, and I believe that Beanie said that they got the stealth keyword too, so that means it's -1 to hit them. Now in the Chimera over here, we've got the Carskin, and we've got the Rough Riders next to them, and a cheeky unit of guard in front of them, and Stuart the Sentinel is over here, hiding and waiting for his chance to strike. The Lehman Russ is also eyeing up some big points over there. Because Beanie could, in theory, just sit right at the back and just keep shooting me off of my home field objectives and whatnot over here and just kind of rack up the points. But I will try my best to close the gap as much as possible. Now,
no, I'm never going to sit on the back, because I never do, because I'm not that smart.
It's very true. And I've got my commandos are over here, and in the sky I've got one big block of Deathcopters, and I've got some Storm Boys, and the Grots are obviously inside the tank. Now, all that is left to do is probably the most anticipated and nerve-wracking moment of this game, and it's the turn 1 decider, because neither of us want to go first.
I don't want to play this game. I have a fear of my streak disappearing.
Okay, well, let's see what we get live on camera in living colour. It's a 5. It's a very solid start for me, and it's a 4, so that means the Orcs are going to go turn 1. I'm too far away for a turn 1 war, that is for sure, but unfortunately I am going to have to expose my arse a little in order to get something done here. So let us begin, but Beanie has got some scout moves to do. So here we are after turn 1 movement for the Orcs. I have been cautious about my surge forward. In fact, it's been a lot of repositioning and staging for turn 2. I did not call a turn 1 war because I just don't think that I would get the most out of it, even though the 5-up invulnerable will be useful in future shooting turns from Beanie. So what I've done is I got the Grots out here and they're just going to sit comfortably for the entire game. Let's face it, they're not going to move out of there. Unless Beanie comes over here, they should be safe. I've switched them with the War Boss and the Mega Knobs, and they moved forward with an advance, only just getting them around the corner here, but at least some cover is better than no cover whatsoever. The Warbikers surge forward from behind here and have just basically make use of the obscuring terrain here so they can push forward in turn 2 and call a mighty speed war, and the Commandos lovingly got out of the way. Now it is time for the only real shooting in here because, there's nothing to shoot from the truck over here, so it's just going to be all of the copter rockets into Stuart the Sentinel down here. So this is going to be a cool, sweet as 6d3, no blast bonuses here, shots onto your boy.
In his own mind, he's worth 5 men, but that doesn't apply for these rules.
It's very true. So it'll be this many shots. Oh, it's not bad. So 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 shots coming in. So I've got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Hitting on the sweetest of faves. And we hit you only 1 time. A classic orc shooting here. Strength 9. Toughness 7.
No, tough. Oh, yeah,
yep.
toughness.
So that is 3, so it's -2. -2 onto your boy over here.
So 5 up.
And that is a cool 3 damage. Classic orc shooting going in there. So that is the end of my shooting over here and the end of my turn. Not a great start, but hey, at least we did something. So into Beanie's turn 1. Okay, so here we are, turn 1 for Beanie, and he's been far more aggressive than I have. He's bailed out the Kazakin from the Chimera over here. Stuart, the Sentinel, has moved up onto the objective, and he is about to unleash pain against all of my Deathcopters. Leman Russ is staying put because it can see all it needs to see and shoot all it needs to shoot down again at the Deathcopters. The Rough Riders pull back a little bit just so they're out of harm's way, but can also support a counter charge against whatever happens over here. And the Gaunt Ghosts have decided that the Gretchen are their one and only true enemy and have started their advance. They're going to move through the building and along here and take them out, because otherwise that is just 3 points for me just having them standing right there. The Kree got out of the out in front of the ruins to move block all of my tasty Mega Knobs over here if I wanted to go into them. Yeah, with the 6 on the advance over here. And the commander rumbled forward over the terrain, ready to unleash everything into this truck over here. So, into the shooting phase, there's been a lot of orders that have been passed out as well. Hit better over here. Hit better over here. And
hit better over here.
Hit better over here. So all of these are hitting on ballistic skill 3 instead of the usual 4.
They're on 2.
Oh, they're on 4. They start on 3 because they are elite trained. Lovely stuff indeed. So, where do you want to start the shooting phase, my man?
With Stuart the Sentinel, because he will be able to, because he's within 18 inches of them.
Yep, into the Deathcopters.
As long as he hits something.
Then they will get, what is it again? They
reroll, everything that shoots into it will get reroll 1s.
Lovely stuff.
Which for a unit that's shooting on 2s
is very good indeed. So what I'm going to do over here is, because I know that these Deathcopters are about to experience a world of pain, I'm going to spend 1 CP for Speediest Freaks, which means that these have a 4-up invul now for the rest of the phase. So hopefully that will help me get through
that's really nice.
Yeah, hopefully that will help me get through some of this bane. So Stuart's going to kick things off with his
Plasma Cannon, and it will overcharge because he's a hero.
I love that. Hero
so it's D3 plus 1 because of the blast keyword.
Nice. Nice.
For 3 shots.
Very good indeed. Hitting on?
He's hitting on 4s.
But he only needs to hit once for his things to come out, and he hits all 3 times. And then it's going to be
Strength 8.
So I'm toughness 6, so 3s again. So it is 2 saves of AP.
-3.
So it'll be 2 saves of 4 up to keep them alive. I failed 1, and I've made the other. How much damage?
2 damage.
So I'm down to, I believe, 2 wounds on one of these guys over here.
Does he explode? No,
he does
doesn't.
not explode. He keeps his brain in place.
And I really should have shot the hunter-killer missile first, but I'm going to shoot it now.
Pachoo!
And it
And it
hits.
hits.
And there'll be 2 to wound.
It is a huge wound. Again, 4 up invulnerable. And I'm alive. Hunter-killer missile gets lodged into the orc mass and just gets absorbed into it. They reform it into its own bomb, effectively.
Like a Kira.
So that has been Stuart the Sentinel, but it does mean that now everyone shooting at the Defcopters will get re-rolls to hit. So we'll be back after the Gazkin have done their shots, and I'm assuming the Leman Russ has done its as well.
Yes.
Bye! Okay, so even though I had the firing of all of these guys, and the Chimera, and the large women over there, classic Futurama reference over there, we have managed to lose only 2 of the Defcopters, thanks to some very jammy saves and the 4-up invul saving my AES. So they're still in this fight, and that is all of the threat from this side of the board taken out of the picture for now. However, we do have a rather large march to deal with over here, who is going to be going down, I believe, into my tank, correct?
Yeah, so you can't really see anything else, so it's going into the track.
Yes, okay, so why don't we roll? What's your biggest gun?
It would be the oppressor cannon.
Why don't we get this on camera then? Why don't you just show how much you want to oppress the orcs and make you into a bad person?
Oh.
Stop oppressing the orcs, let them win. Okay, right.
So D6 plus 3.
Okay, so that is a cool
4 shots.
4 shots, and it's going to be hitting on 3s, because you said to aim better. Strength of?
12.
Ooh, that's going to be 3s to wound.
Oh,
And that's going to be AP.
-2.
Down to -1 because I am behind the cover. So that is going to be a cool 4-up, which I will re-roll because that is janky spanky. And I've made it with a 5. No damage taken there.
Okay, so coaxial autocannon.
How dare you? My mother was a saint.
Yay.
1 hit.
3 to wound.
Yes, AP.
-1.
Down to -0 again. Ooh, still failed. Hello, how much
3
damage?
damage.
3 damage. Okay, I'll track that up.
So the 4 shots of the melters that I have got into range.
I don't like you and your melters.
Okay, and I can use a free re-roll to hit here. Into a nothing.
Okay, so strength of?
9.
Oh, so 3s. Nice, AP.
-4.
Now, I would say that I don't get a save here, apart from trucks have a 6-up invulnerable, so let's go! I tried, but unfortunately I don't think that he's long for this world here. And not with that amount of wounds as well.
And just, do I want to be a weenie? Yeah, each time you selected a shoot, I can re-roll the damage on that.
Just so that you can really hammer home 14. The point. Oh, well, I think it explodes, but does it explode? No, it doesn't explode.
What about the boys inside?
Now let's see how many of the boys die here. None of them die. The orc and gork spirit is strong within them, so they're going to pile out. And they will be pretty angry about that, but Beanie definitely scores the 4 VP for destroying an enemy unit here. If this was battle round 2 onwards, he would get an extra 4 VP for destroying more than me, but for now, it is just a bloody nose rather than a broken face. And this is what my war boss and his retinue look like after the sexplosion. Now, we move into Beanie's charge phase, and I believe that Stuart is feeling very, very saucy. He's going to go for the 9-inch charge into the Defcopters to finish what he started. Let's see if he's got the gumption. He do not have the gumption there with a cool 6. Is he going to re-roll?
No, he's not.
Fair enough, fair enough.
I don't need to give you the points right now.
Yeah, okay. So that is the end of Beanie's turn 1. He has, like I said, damaged my Defcopters, but there are still enough of them to be a serious threat as we go into my turn 2, and I think it's time to drop some more of them. Here we are, turn 2, and I have called a Tim Allen style. What? And I have made full use of my advances over here.
He has.
The bikes have screamed through the middle here to challenge Beanie's Leman Russ, but also offer up some support against the Rogel Dawn as well, because they are within a tasty charge range of that too. Over here, the commandos advanced forward, but they lost 3 of their number to the overwatch of the Gazakin over here. Doing some mortal wounds as they flew over, the Defcopters dropped some bombs onto Stuart the Sentinel, reducing him down to 1 wound, which is great, but they are eyeing up this target over here, the Rough Riders, because if they can manage to whittle them down, then those horrible Melter Lances will be a smidge less potent. So over here, the Storm Boys have also dropped down to offer some support because they can advance and charge natively, so they'll see what they can mop up in future turns. And finally, I dropped down the other brick of Deathcopters over here, because again, if they can whittle through any of the armour over here or reduce some of the work for the Mega Knobs in front of them, then that will be definitely well worth it. No one's checked out what the Gaunt's Ghosts are doing over here, but I think that having this many wounds and this much toughness against them, hopefully that will deter them from taking my tasty little grots over here. No, not at all, Beanie says, not in the slightest. So what we're going to do is we're going to kick things off with some super swingy shooting, because that's what we love to do, and we're going to fire everything from the Deathcopters down into the Rough Riders at the back.
Leave them alone!
Never! So the Deathcopters did what they needed to do, and they managed to obliterate 3 of the Rough Riders over there. Not bad start there. Tex. I'm going to fire everything that the boys here can. In fact, I don't think there is, because they advanced, so they can only do their charging later on. So it's going to be down to the Warbikers and all of the Deathkiller Wartrike shots that are going to go, because they have -1 AP, and they're twin-linked. Strength 6, what toughness is that?
11.
So 5-3 round. You know what? It's going to do nothing else. So they may as well just fire everything that they possibly can into the Leman Russ. Try and weaken it up. Let's go for it. Thanks to the use of Blitzer fire stratagem, which means that I get lethals on 5-ups within 9-inch range, I managed to get quite a fair few hits in against Beanie. But because of the cover, this is still going to be saving on 2s. Any wounds though will be a blessing. I'll take 2.
3.
Oh, 3. I will gladly take that. That's good. And now it is time for the good old Deathkiller Wartrike to fire his shotguns and his melter in as
Doesn't
well.
he also have like loads of flamers? Or, oh no, that's the Starswagon, isn't it?
No, he also does have a burner exhaust as well, which is quite nice, but you can choose to have it as a cutting flame, which means it becomes a melter for 1 hit, which is right. It's all right.
It's all right.
So with all of the firepower from the drive-by Daka, I managed to take down the Leman Russ to 10 wounds. I did get a cheeky big melter shot in. That was a lethal as well that really helped, but unfortunately Beanie got a 6 to save it. Boo earns.
The Emperor protects.
Unfortunately he do, and I don't like him for it. So to even the odds, what we're going to do now is fire 6d3 with blast rockets into the Krieg.
That's a good idea.
Because I want to remove that screen, and let's see how they do.
They'll be fine.
So the combined amount of fire plus blast managed to take out 7 of the Krieg's number. Will the War Boss and his boys be able to get around and do the damage that needs to be done? Because they are looking to tag that tank.
7, sorry.
It's okay, Bean, I'll let you off this one time. But I believe...
He didn't, he was going to hit me.
I believe that is the end of my shooting phase there. And for Orcs, pretty bloody successful.
Yeah.
I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. The only horse that I'm worried about is the ones that are hiding behind here, ready to do a bloody big old charge in that other squad of regular guardsmen. So, what we're going to do now is move swiftly into the charge phase, and I believe that it is time to kick some back. We're going to declare the charge from the Deathcopters into all 3 of these units here, because they are all equidistant from them. So let's see if they can make it in with the shortest charge known to man. They tried with a 5, so they are slamming and or jamming their way straight into the side of Stuart the Sentinel, into the Carskin as well, and also the Shimmerer, which we love to call the Shimmerer, don't we, Bean? Definitely doesn't bother you in the slightest.
I'm on board with it, and I respect your choice.
So next up, it's going to be the Commandos that are going to declare a charge into the Garskin only, I believe. Let's see if they can get in there. Measure me up with their patching trowel, my boy.
They are so dead.
What does the patching trowel say?
That you shouldn't charge.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
It is a 5-inch charge.
They're 6-inch charge, so they only get in there just, but that's fine. I'm happy with that.
Ooh, so only 5 for these guys. They are really going to struggle.
With their 3-inch pylon, maybe they'll be able to get a few more, and then hopefully some consolidations afterwards. At least I'll tag the majority of the units, but not as much punch as I would like there. So next up, we're going to do the War Boss with his Mega Knobs. Patching trowel me here, my boy. And what do I need to get into the tank?
12.
Ah, yes, the classic 12-inch charge.
So yeah, 4 in there.
I am definitely there with a 9-inch charge, so I'm going to get in there, wrap around, and I will hopefully consolidate into them as well and destroy them. So all of the boys are going to tag that tank, and finally the only other thing left to do is do a mighty charge with the War Boss and the Trikes the bikes, sorry, straight into the Lehman Russ. Patching trowel, what does it say? Because I got a 10, so I believe that they would definitely be in there.
You
and hopefully
needed a 12, actually.
It's always a 12, funnily enough, when we're over on this side of the table, isn't it?
It was a 3.
Fantastic. So that is all of my charges made. Beanie has how much CP?
2 or 3.
Okay, so we can pay to interrupt, so I think that we're going to have to do the fight with most of our choppiest units, which will probably be the Commandos or the Deathcopters. Let's see what we do. So the Commandos put in a very good showing there, managing to slaughter 6 of the Kaskin over here, and now Beanie has said that he's not going to pay to interrupt, so it is time to, in his own words, fill my boots with all of the damaging attacks. So we might as well just stick over this side of the board, and it'll be the Deathcopters who are going to do the classic of splitting attacks, because we know we absolutely love that.
It's the best way.
We're going to put a full 6 into Stuart over here. And we're going to put 2 of the Deathcopters into the Kaskin to finish them off, and then 1 into the Chimera, because why not, eh? So we'll be back with the results. So, unfortunately, as many spinning blades and copters that I've put into them, they're still alive. 1 remaining guard over here. Stuart is alive on 1 wound, and I couldn't even do 1 wound to the Chimera. But that's fine. We've tagged everything we need to tag, and they're 1 wound away from offering up points, so I've just got to hopefully get this sorted and under control. Moving swiftly on, we're going to go to the War Boss over here against the Lehman Russ. Now, his choppers are going to do decidedly little damage. They are going to be strength 5, but you are toughness 11, correct?
11, yes.
So what I think I'm going to do is...
Panic and concede?
Well, I'm going to be strength 10, so I'm always going to be wounding on that. So I think it's either pay for the +1 to wound because I charged over here with those guys, or it's pay over here to do some serious damage with these guys.
You are more likely to kill him when... Oh, no, because they're only choppers.
They are choppers, and then I've got the nice Snagger Claw over here, which is damage 2, if that means much there. So, you know what? I'm going to trust that the War Boss and the boys can do some damage to this big old tank over here because of their kill saws and all of their Ooge choppers that they've got.
You know, the clue's in the title.
Indeed it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pay for the +1 to wound over here and just see if I can get any more wounds through. A bracketed Lehman Russ is better than nothing at all. Oh, it's so annoying, even with the extra +1 to wound. The choppers did all the work, but the power claws and the Snagger Claw over here, they didn't manage to do, well, they actually got the wounds through, but Beanie managed to save them, so he's on 4 wounds remaining, meaning that the Lehman Russ is bracketed, and is still a threat, but it's just bloody annoying that I couldn't get rid of him here. So all that we have left to do is the Mega Knobs and the War Boss with his extra damage, because we're in the war, going with all of their kill saws and power claws into the, what's it called again? The
Rogel Dawn.
Yeah. So over here, the War Boss, he struck hard, but unfortunately the armor was just that much harder. Still, the boys, with his words of encouragement, did manage to do some damage, and they brought the Rogel Dawn down to a cool
9.
Not bad.
That's half of his wounds.
That's pretty dang good right there. So that was all of their attacks. It's obviously going to be considerably weaker in the next turn because obviously they're going to be going down to wounding on 4s, but who knows, maybe I'll be very lucky indeed. Now it's time for the fight back because they've consolidated into the Krieg and it's into all of the vehicles as well. Wish me luck, boys. So the punchback was
minimal.
1 wound. 1 wound against the bikers over here, which is still annoying. It wasn't the best fight from me. I managed to wound a lot of things, but nothing died, meaning that unfortunately I scored 0 points at the end of this turn. However, at the end of the battle round is when you calculate the secondary, so that does mean that if we stay in the fight and I do end up winning a few, then potentially I could get some points on the board. So it is now time to go into Beanie's turn 2. Beanie's had his turn 2 movement and he's gone crazy, my friends, because he has fallen back and also failed some battle shot but passed some more important ones. He paid for insane bravery for the final Kaskin over here, who fell back after the Chimera also fell back and embarked within it. So that is 1 wound away from scoring me points, but it's now protected by a steel hide. That allowed this squad to move through the ruins and threaten my commandos over here. Stuart the Sentinel fell back as well from these two over and is now hiding behind this sandbag over here. Inside this complex, the Goo Factory, is the Gaunt's ghosts. They are hiding within there. So if I want to be able to shoot them with my Deathcopters, I'm going to have to move up to the pipe and be able to shoot through to them because I've got no line of sight on them any other way. The dastardly coward.
And don't forget that the Krieg did insane bravery after failing. One man died, and then they've run behind a wall.
They did indeed, so they have now retreated behind there because again, I'm only a few wounds away from scoring points, but unfortunately, I'm not got a single sausage on the board. The Rough Riders have also moved up around here. They've got a basically unfailable charge, cannot fail it, and they will be doing some serious damage against my Warbikers there. But that's all that happened. Now it's time to go into the shooting phase, which has been somewhat neutered by the retreating bits over here. Yeah. So let's see how it goes. Where would you like to kick off, my friend?
We will start with the Lehman Russ.
Okay, so Lehman Russ is going to fire everything apart from its blast weapons into the boys.
Apart from, obviously, I'm going to target the blast weapon at the commandos. Okay. Because I'm obviously going to kill all of the bikers and the war bosses with the other guns.
Yes, I love it. Beautiful stuff. So let's see how he does. So, over here, the Lehman Russ managed to do absolutely zilch against the Warbikers. There's some very unlucky rolls from Beam, but that was made up for by the Rogel Dawn that managed to take out 2 of the bodyguard and wound another one there. The 5-up Feel No Pain Crump in Time couldn't even save me against all of that Dakar. But that is the majority of Beanie's shooting done. It's just this squad here, which I assume are going into the commandos, correcto?
Yes.
To wound them down. Oh, they do have stealth though, so I don't know if that will change your target because...
No, because I'll be getting the lethal hits against them. So
it's basically looking for 6s or nothing then?
Yeah, 5s and 6s are what I need, yeah.
Nice, okay, so let's roll these then. So what do you got in that squad?
Okay, so I've got a plasma.
Oh, overcharge, obviously.
No. Nah. So two shots from that, hitting on 4s. Oh, 5s, yeah. Well, that did nothing.
Did nothing, the goggles do nothing.
Now, the melter.
Oof. Yes.
Oh, I saw it. And then there is the auto gun, which is 2 shots.
Does it have rapid fire?
It used to, but I think they've made it more poo after they sold the kit.
Yeah, they got what they wanted and they got out of there.
Yeah,
fair
basically.
enough.
Yeah, so 2 there, and then it's going to be 7 las guns, which are in rapid fire range. So in total, we're looking at 16 shots.
Nice. Okay, so let's see it happen, baby. They are hitting on 5s, but 6s are lethal because of the born soldiers keyword. Not keyword, detachment rule.
Okay, so 5s and 6s. 6s are obviously preferable.
Okay, so that is... Oh, 2 hits, that's it. 2 lethals. AP on this?
None.
So 2 5-ups for the boys. Made 0, so that means that 2 of the guys here are dead. So I will make the charge as hard as I can for you, Bean. Oh. Increasing it from a 2-inch to a 3-inch charge. There is a potential for failure here. But that is the end of your shooting phase.
Yeah, right? I don't think I'm going to score anything here, except that obviously there's going to be the important charge here.
That is going to be a big one there. So are you going to charge in against the commandos over here?
Well,
there's still 5 of them there with a bit of crump left to him because they've got the power claw.
Well, there is also the fact that I've done the shooting and I could just do the grenade strat now. And
you should do the grenade strat before you do your shooting, but I will let you do it.
No. I pooped them and did it wrong, so it's fine. So I'm going to now charge in the Atlan Rough Riders into the side of your bikes.
Yep. And what a surprise, they are in there with a 7. Now, these guys have Melter Lances, which are no bueno.
Now, I've probably just given you a lot of points here.
What, because of the fact I'll just target them instead of the Russ? And
That's
then just,
right.
Yes, that is a good point here.
Well, two of them will be able to target the Rough Riders.
Yes, that is very, very true. So the Rough Riders are going to gear up their Melter Lances now, and how many attacks do they get?
So the Melter Lance will get 1 attack.
Oh, it's just 1 Melter Lance,
and
the other
then
one?
And then there is a Goad Lance as well, which is 2 attacks. We'll do the Goad Lance first.
Sure thing. Hitting on?
Hitting on 3s.
Nice. Does 6s mean anything here?
No. Okay, but it does have Lance, so it's 6 with Lance.
Okay, that's good.
3s.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Ah, damn, that's
minus
good.
2.
Woo! Okay, so on to the 5-ups for this guy here. Neither made. How much damage?
2 damage a pop.
So that is 1 that was already wounded, and the other one is down to 1 wound over there.
And now it is time for a melter.
Oh, actually, I'm going to put it onto that side because I want to move into...
Ooh, will I... Is there any point? No, I'm not going to use the melter because I only really technically want to get 1 wound off that one guy.
Yeah, so do something else.
So I'm going to do the Hunter Lance, which is D6.
Attacks. 3 attacks, that's good.
So hitting on 3s.
Nice. Oh, the trip ones. That is unfortunate right there.
Oh, Oh, and now the
horses
hooves.
themselves. Obviously, the horses kick me to death, brother.
So hit twice.
Okay, strength of?
4, so 5s. No.
Okay, so that is the end of that. And it is time now for my fight back with everything. So we'll be back with the results of this carnage. I don't bloody believe it. Even though I piled in with a biker over here, I could only take the Rough Riders down to the last wound remaining over here. I did manage to take the Leman Russ down to 2 wounds, which is pretty dang good indeed. Over here, I did some more wounds. I believe it was 6 in total that I did.
3.
Oh, 3. So that means that we've got 6 wounds left on the Rogel Dawn. But it is now time for your punchback with your vehicles over here. Yes, this is where it all happens, and I will capture this on camera because I know that you desperately want to see this.
Okay, 6 attacks on the Rogel Dawn. Hit on 4s.
Nice.
So it hits once. So all it feels it needs.
And then it's
going to be wound on 3s. Yeah.
It's a bloody big wound. AP, so 4s. No, it does do a wound, annoyingly. I hate you. And actually...
No, it's this.
Oh, this is over that guy there. So that means that I've got a 5 up feel no pain on the guy. I do
no, put the wound back on.
Take no damage. And now it's time for the Leman Russ. Remember, if you do 1 wound here, you will kill a biker.
I know.
And I hate that. I hate that. I really hate that.
3s.
No!
3 wounds, baby.
Okay, 3 4-ups now for the bikers. No! So 1 wound goes in and kills a biker. That's so much dagger and chop that just goes from that. Unfortunately, that means that I am now under half strength with that unit, correct? Because I had 6. No, I've got them. No, I forgot that there was some over there. I just could not see them against the rebels. So that means that the battle there sees no units destroyed. Everything is wounded. Everything is limping on, which means that Beanie is still in the lead with 4 points as we go now into my turn 3. Right, let's actually do this, guys. Come on. Okay, my friends, I have done some movement shenanigans and I am ready for a crumpin. Even though the power of the War is subsiding, it means that I do not get my 5 up invulnerable, nor my extra attack, nor my pip of strength. I still have some tricks to play. So I've kept the Deathcopters where they are because they're going to fire everything into the Chimera. These guys moved just in front of these Cadians over here, but within 9 inches, so they could throw the bomb squig back at Stuart. These guys fell out of combat because remember I can fall back, shoot and charge with all of my guys, and they're going to put all of their dagger into these guys to help thin the horde, and hopefully they'll be able to go in against the Leman Russ and do some damage here. Warboss has to stay in combat because he's not part of the Cult of Speed rules, so he cannot fall back, shoot and charge, so he's just going to have to stay there. The Storm Boys have supported them. They've got a cool 4-inch advance. They can advance and charge natively, so they're going to charge in against the Krieg. And finally, I've had to commit 6 Deathcopters to shooting in against these bastards in here, because now they can see them through the pipe. It means that I can fire all of my blast weapons here. But Beanie said because they've got stealth and always count as being in cover, it means that I'll be hitting them on 6s, unless I pay for a certain stratagem that allows me to do some Dagger Storm. And I will be only getting them to a 5-up save. So there is a good chance that even they will survive this, and it'll be a right pain in my arse, which is all that Beanie's basically aiming for here. So after I've fallen out of combat, I'm going to do Beanie a favour because I know he's been itching to spend his CP on bringing back those Rough Riders. I'm going to fire nothing at them. I'm just going to leave him alive on 1 wound.
I respect the hell out of that decision.
So I'm going to fire everything that they've got. That's all of the twin Dagger guns and the flame profile. I'm not going to go for the melter into these guys over here to thin the horde. So we'll be back with the results. Beanie is a bastard man because of the fact that despite me being able to take down this to just 2 of their number thanks to all of the flamers and the Dagger guns, the Commandos, Bomb Squig, failed to go off against Stuart, meaning that he's alive. So they fired the Flamer and the rocket launcher back into him, and there was 1 save to make. A 3-up save. Beanie failed the first save, but spent a CP to re-roll it, meaning that he's still alive. So frustrating and annoying. So now we move on to the Deathcopters that are going to fire all of their shots into the Chimera. Oh my god, they did no damage. The Gaggles, they do nothing against them. I got only 1 hit through, and unfortunately, I didn't even manage to wound. So yes, I have again done my favourite trick of taking things down and not being able to kill them. And I know that everyone in the comments will be like, "Oh, just focus fire, focus fire." I shouldn't need to. This should be enough. It should be enough. It's okay, Jules. Calm down. You're okay. It's fine. You're with friends. So what we're going to do now is, because I'm feeling very angry, we're going to throw some stick bombs through the window at your.
Oh, can you see them?
I can, thanks to this lovely archway right here. So we're going to throw some stick bombs through. So it's 66, is it, for grenades? Yes, 66, but range 8, isn't it?
And it's on 5s.
4s. It's tank shots.
4s. Oh, it's tanks. It's tank shots.
So throwing some grenades through the windows, and we get you 2 times. How many are there?
2.
Aha! Finally, I'm on the scoreboard. I've killed 1 unit. Kaloo Kalay, what a happy day.
There you go, there's your big old 4.
Finally, I've drawn with Bean. So that was 1 CP for the privilege to do that, and now it's my final CP to pay for the Daka Storm coming in against you here, because I will now get lethal 5-ups at this range. 6d6 plus 1 shots, because it's blast, at these Chumbawumbas. Let's see how many shots I get. That's a lot of shots.
That is a fair amount of shots.
3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 plus 6, 20 shots coming in. Let's see if they can do the damage.
Yes.
Oh no, Beanie's found a book that I once thought lost, much like The Ring and Lord of the Rings on the bottom of the lake. I hope that this would never see the light of day again.
So bad.
Basically, he just makes terrible dad puns from this book, and they are so bad. Some of them are confusing. Some of them got me so irate I nearly punched a wall. It was just so bad. So before he can get his first line in, I'm going to roll my 20 shots in. And remember, these are lethals on 5-ups, which is all I'm looking for anyway. So let's see. Lethals on 5s. 1, 2, 3. 3 lethals is all I get against you, my friend. God damn it. The swingy nature of Gork and or Mork. So that is -2 down to -1, because you are definitely in cover.
So 3 6-ups.
Here we go. 3 6-ups. Christ on a bike. So 1 dies.
1 dies.
Oh my God.
I think I'll get rid of.
He's the jammiest man alive. I can't stop the jam.
Pump up the jam.
Honestly, NBA Jam was named after him. It's ridiculous. So what I'm going to have to do now is just go for as many charges as I can to soften that saddening blow. So what we're going to do is, to get points on the table, we are going to get my commandos to do a easy charge in. We need to get their wounds in against there. So charging in against the guardsmen in front of them. 6 will definitely get them in there. Beanie's looking for his first joke, and I can feel the tension in the room rising, and I hate it. Go on then, Bean. Hit us with your first one. What do you got, funny man?
Oh, I'm not going to say it's funny, but what happened when the cleric forgot to prepare light? It was a dark time.
Christ.
That wasn't even a joke.
Hate this. Okay, the Defcopters are going to charge in against the Chimera, because keep tying it up, my friend.
Well, that one's better.
Okay, so 11-inch charge. They've definitely made their way in there, making their way downtown. So they're going to slam into...
What's that? It's time for another brilliant joke? Yeah, it is. Why did the wizard's staff of power start to hum?
I don't know.
It didn't know the words!
Oh, Christ. Help me. Someone please reach through the ethereal nature of the warp and grab me out of it. Storm Boys going in against the...
What's green and sounds like a dork?
It's an orc. Hey, there we go. I like that. That one I like. That one I like. That one I like. The Storm Boys coming in with a cool 7-inch charge there. They will hopefully, yes, they will definitely get in there. Into the Rogel Dawn. And then finally, I can't charge the Defcopters through there. I can't get to him, unfortunately. That's so I've just got to charge in now against the Rogel Dawn.
Overwatch.
Not the Rogel, yes, the Lehman Russ. Right, you're going to do Overwatch against that, and I'm going to charge in against them. So let's see if I make the charge first. I do, with a 9 once more, slamming into that. Fantastic.
This salmon is...
Make space for the large one. He is a big boy and needs all the space and mummy's love. So Overwatch from the Lehman Russ into those boys. Let's come back with the results. Unfortunately, the Lehman Russ could do no damage whatsoever against my tough orc hide, so that's good for me. And Beanie has how many CP left?
1.
Ooh, it's time to kill some units now. Unfortunately, I didn't declare the Rough Rider as part of my
No, you
charge.
didn't, which is why I was willing
It's
to
fine.
spend the dollar.
Let's just go from right to left, sweeping through, and we'll be back with the results. I don't like this, guys. He made a noise that was like he was so surprised he's found the best joke. But before he goes into that, just keep you up to date. I did 0 wounds with the Death Copters. I mean, I was punching up quite heavily there, but I did kill that unit over there. So that means if Beanie fails to kill one of my units, I'm going to get another sweet 4VP. Over here, the War Trike has gone in first. And Beanie has 2 saves to make at AP2, 2 damage a pop. And if even, how many wounds he got left? 2. If even one of them goes through.
So it's 2.
2 at AP -2.
Easy. 2 4-ups.
Gasp. This man is over gasped. And does he explode? Because I really want him to. Oh, because I was hoping you'd take out your own Rough Rider then.
I assume that's what you were hoping for.
Okay, so I will consolidate now into the Rough Rider so that he does get his attacks. I know that I'm feeding the beast over here, but I just want to say hi, which is great. So that is the end of that combat, which is lovely stuff indeed. Over now to the Storm Boys. Let's see if they can do any damage left. And Beanie, why don't you just read out the joke that I've been
What RPG does Karl Marx play?
I don't know.
It's just D&D, but he disabled the class system.
Okay, that was good.
That was
actually really good. That was pretty sick. What just happened over here? The tank managed to fight back and killed all bar one of my Storm Boys. What a mistake trying to fly them in there. I thought I could do at least a few damage there, but thankfully the War Boss and his mate managed to do some serious work, and now this tank is just down onto 2 wounds remaining. That is not bad at all. The Rough Rider fought back over there, no wounds taken. It is just now your Chimera going into the Death Copters over here. How many attacks with its armoured tracks?
We've never got that far.
Yeah, but they never get into combat. I hate the fact though, every time I fight Beanie's transports, it's always the ones that stay alive. Like the Devilfish is my biggest nemesis.
2 hits.
Oh yes, that is 2 hits.
And it'll be running on 4s because they're tough as 6, aren't they?
They are indeed. Damn it, man.
Take that wound.
Okay, 4-up save. He's made it. Whew. Okay, so again, the battle is shifting in my favour, but Beanie's making me work for every single inch here because I did destroy 1 unit. That's put me on the board for 4 VP. So Beanie now has to kill a unit to not stop me from scoring another one at the end of the next battle round.
But I thought if you scored more than me, you got it, and you've killed like 3 units.
I haven't though. I've only killed the...
You killed 2 tanks.
Oh, I did kill the tanks, yes.
And you killed a Acadian squad.
So, here we are. We're about to witness one of Beanie's master plans. But first, tell us what you've done with all the rest of your movement here.
The Tanith boys have moved out, giving themselves +1 to hit, and they are looking at some grots, and they're going to see how many of them they can kill.
I hate that. I hate the fact that I haven't moved them the entire game, and they have still managed to find their way into the line.
And you haven't rolled the 4-up on them.
Only because they're not on an objective. I only get the extra CP if I'm on that, and that is over there.
Okay. And I've also moved up Stuart the Sentinel, who is eyeing them up, ready to do some serious damage.
Yes, I'm not looking forward to that either, but there's also fire support in the window.
Yes, the Caskin has got into the window ready to shoot down with his pistol.
Yeah,
and then possibly charge down the window.
But here's the most important thing, and that is the fact that the Rough Rider has a plan.
I'm going to fall back, even though I've battle shocked, which means it's time for a desperate
1
escape.
or a 2. It's a 6! He feels no fear, and it annoyingly means that he could run away, or he could just charge back in and fight me. So annoying. So annoying.
Yeah, he's,
Thing is, I'll catch him no matter where he is next time because of my silly advance.
Which is why I'm going to just run back in.
Just go back in and do as much damage as you can. Yeah, but that is all of Beanie's movement right there, so it's time to do some shooting, and where do you want to start?
So I'm going to start off with the Chimera.
Yes.
That's going to put its 2 heavy flamers into your
Death Copters.
Death Copters.
So hitting, 10 times. That's good, man. Strength of?
6, 8, 10. Strength 5, so it's 5 to wound.
5 to wound. Damn, that's
1,
good.
2, 3, 4. 4 at -1.
4 5-ups with these guys here. He makes 1 but fails 3. One of them is dead. Yes, one of them is dead, and it was 3 wounds I took with it. And the other one is on 3 wounds remaining. Damn, he's taking out the Red Baron. Okay, cool.
Okay.
A good start.
Now it is time for the Lasgun array, which is in rapid firing. So this is 12 shots.
Now this will be hitting on a -1 because of the fact you are shooting into combat.
Okay, so 5s.
5s, Orky shooting.
And they count as vehicles, right?
They do.
So that is 2 lethals.
Not bad.
And an extra hit.
And then the strength of this is?
3,
Okay,
so
so
6s. So 2, no AP, but it's something.
4 ups. He made 1, failed 1, so it takes him down to 2 wounds over here.
And now it's time for 6 shots of the heavy stubber.
Yes, it's got a lot of DACA, this vehicle.
I know,
it's crazy.
Four, basically, it's better than a Rhino.
Oh, that's nuts. That's good. That's real good.
Take a lethal.
And then strength of?
4, so 5 again. Okay, just the 1, but it's something. And it's a wound.
It's another wound. I've taken another one down to 1 wound remaining. A good round of shooting there, I would say. So, that was the Chimera, but now what about the Sentinel and his fire support?
That's right, so we're going to start with the Sentinel.
Yes.
With his plasma cannon has blast, so I think there's 5 guys left.
There is 5 guys exactly left.
Okay, so
I'm going to pop my distraction grot so I get a 5 up invulnerable for all of these shooting because that's might as well use it now before they die.
Okay, so this will be now hitting on...
Does he get bracketed?
He does not.
No, so it'll be 4s then.
So 4s.
A very impressive shoot.
And then
strength.
3s to wound with a strength 7 gun.
Nice.
-2.
So onto the 5 up invulnerables. Oh,
2 dead.
2 dead. Unfortunate, that is. So that is that one.
All right, Yoda.
Aha, that one gone as well. And now it's the...
Karsakin.
Who has got a 1 shot with the plasma pistol.
He's got 1 shot with the plasma pistol.
And he said to himself that he was going to shoot better, so 2.
Yes, so he's hitting on 2s.
Ooh, it's a big hit. And it's going
to wound.
No.
But he fails to wound because, quite frankly, he's got a lot of PTSD after what happened to him.
Yeah, fair enough. Then it's just the shooting from here and the boys from the Gaunt Ghosts.
So the Rogel Dawn is going to target the oppressor cannon into your vehicles there.
Because if it kills everything, then that means it will be able to do some
do
big
that.
damage. But the rest of them are going to go into the Mega Knob, and I assume you want to kill the Storm Boy as well to draw me on units killed. Right, so we'll be back with the results. Oh my god, these guys over here managed to do a lot of damage against my Grots, taking them down to 2 and the Runt Herd. Over here though, the Rogel Dawn was less lucky. It did not do any damage against my guys. Even the Storm Boy managed to survive the onslaught just by the skin of his teeth there for some lucky rolling. And that is the end of Beanie's shooting phase.
It is.
So now it is time for the charge phase, and I believe that he's going to be doing a charge with these guys, this massive Sentinel, into my commandos. So, what are you going to do there? Oh, he's definitely made it with a 4 anyway. He doesn't even need the other one. The other one was just extra flair. So that's a charge made over there. What about the commando at the top, the Carskin? Is he going to charge down as well?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is. And he's definitely down there with an 8 as well. So he jumps from the window down into there, and the Rough Rider in against the boys. He's definitely in there, a little bit scared, but he
has a lot of trepidation. Now, I realise that spending the CP here means I won't be able to bring back a squad. However, I don't think that's relevant anymore. I think
spite.
Tank shock.
Oh yes, you're doing tank shock with the Sentinel, because if you finish that squad off, that's going to take another one up, and that's pretty damn useful. And if you get another good round of combat over here with against the Storm Boys, that's another unit done. And then, oof, so things suddenly aren't looking so juicy for Jules over there. Okay,
so 7 5-ups.
7 5-ups, and ooh,
0.
I've been very lucky with that one there. So that is no damage taken for the commandos. You're going to have to work for it. And that is all the charges made, unless you're feeling pretty spicy with the Gaunt's Ghost and want to go in against the Deathcopters, which I probably wouldn't recommend. But then again, Beanie's a crazy-ass fool.
Damn.
Yeah, he's out of range for the Grots.
No, I don't. I want to make you work for that one.
Yeah, fair enough. That's okay. Cool. So into combat we go, and it's going to be Stuart the Sentinel against the Commandos with support from the Garskin leader over there.
That's right.
And then we've got a lance thing to worry about over that side too.
Yeah, we do.
3 attacks with his big chainsaw on the front.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep, hitting on 4s. Hitting on 4s. Here we go. Damn, 2 big hits.
6, so 3 wound.
Ooh, that's very lucky for me. Now the chain sword from the Carskin.
I believe he has 4 attacks,
yeah,
but
it's pretty damn spicy. Pretty damn spicy indeed right there.
If only you'd mould him with a power sword.
I apologise for nothing. Okay, so... Ooh, he's
hits
slicing
once.
and dicing. And then it's going to be
5s to wound. Oh, this, I have fed you. I have fed you to a unit.
Let's do the lance from the Rough Rider.
Okay, 2 attacks.
Yeah, and you're going for the big power. Oh, that stings. Strength of?
So it's 6 with +1 to wound,
Yeah,
so
so
it's
3s. Might actually be, yeah, I mean, AP minus.
-2.
So, 6 ups. Made 1, failed 1. How much damage?
2.
Oh, okay, so that is 1 biker down to 1 wound over here. So that's all of your fighting. It is time for my rebuttal, which will start thusly with the commandos. So it's this many attacks for the commandos over here. The green ones are choppers, the other ones are breacher rams and power claws. So let's see, we're hitting on 4s with the white dice. And we are dropping a fair few over there. But we are now going to be strength 9 going into Stuart. So what is that going to be? 3s to wound?
He's toughness 7.
Toughness 7, and so it will be 3s to wound with the white dice and 5s to wound with the green. So that is going to be 2 huge wounds at AP -2 with the power claw / breacher ram into Stuart.
So
Will he go?
He's dead.
He's dead. Does he explode? Does he explode? Does he explode? Oh, he does not explode, but that is Stuart the Sentinel down. Down and out, my friend. Beautiful stuff. So over here, the Rough Rider was taken apart by the bikers. So now it is just time for this battle here. Can I do 2 wounds against this monster of a tank that has been hounding me all game? It's going to be the War Boss and his boy going up first. 3 attacks with the Kill Saw and 4 attacks with the Ooge Chopper. So hitting on 2s with white dice and 3s on the green dice. And I managed to drop a cool. Yes, that is correct. That is correct, Jules. That is correct. Now these are strength 12 apiece, so this is going to be hitting, wounding on 4s. Ooh, Beanie. There is 3 wounds coming in. 1 at AP2. 1 at AP3 and 2 at AP2.
Okay, so the 2 at AP2. 2 damage.
That is it. He's gone. Does he explode? He does not explode. Implosion. Okay, so that is the Rogel Dawn taken out of there.
My fight money.
My fight money. I feel good about finally being able to take down that bastard. He has eluded me so many times in so many games. Now, we did have a chat off camera and we decided that maybe, just maybe, I may have actually bloody won this one. Just because of the fact that I have so many units left in here, and at the end of this battle round, I will score an additional 4 VP for killing more units than Beanie managed to kill me. So, it's a case of, do you play for Spike Bean?
No, I think at this point, because I didn't kill a unit that turn, unfortunately, so that means I scored 0 there.
Yes.
So you are on 8.
Ooh.
I am on 4.
Ooh.
And I have a Chimera, a Karsakin, and Gaunt's Ghost.
Now, I would like to think that I could kill Gaunt's Ghost by going there, firing every copter rocket that I have under the sun, and then charging them.
Yes,
you never know, though. I probably would actually fail that.
Oh, no. You would definitely do that there. So you would get another 4.
And because I could fall back from combat, shoot and charge, I would basically...
Well, these guys would just run around tag that.
Stab
him up.
And these guys would join the fight in against that one.
So saying I killed nothing, you would get that there, you would get another 4. So I think this game would end at 16-4.
Oh my god, I can't believe it. It's only been like a 9-game losing streak. Finally, the Orcs have won.
It's 7-game losing streak against you, winning streak against you, and I've won 2 other games as well. God. So I was so close to the sweet taste of 10 victories.
My god, that is ridiculous. I feel sorry to rob you of that, to be fair, because it is quite a good running streak that you've had there. But I said at the beginning that I was only going to play Orcs until they won, and finally, with the Cult of Speed of all things, they finally managed to do it. And all it took was huge amounts of Warcopter spam, basically.
And it worked. It worked brilliantly. Mine isn't exactly a focus list. It's just a little bit smattering of this, that, and the other.
It's what you got, isn't it?
Yeah,
really cool as well. But yes, I'm not going to gloat about it because at the end of the day, it is all games and you're just playing with toys. But at the end of the day, it does feel nice to have ticked off one thing here as well.
And I could play something different.
I know, and it's going to be Death Guard!
Boo!
Yes, I look forward to that next week as I bring the stinkiest list to make up for the fact that I've suffered through the swamp for so long trying to claim a victory. But before I go, I just want to say one thing. If you're watching this video here through to the end, then please hit that hype button. It does help us out. And also, if you like our content, subscribe and share it with your friends. If you want to follow us on the social medias, you can do so by going over to Instagram and Blue Sky, where Beanie is
Beanie40K.
And you can follow me over on Instagram and Blue Sky, where I'm at RetroJ, but the O is a 0. Thank you very much for watching. It means the absolute world to us, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.